Back with us on the SportsMax Zone. We continue our build-up to the Netball America's World Cup qualifying tournament set for October 16 to 22 at the National Indoor Sports Center in Kingston, Jamaica. SportsMax will have live coverage with 9 teams set to play 36 matches in the battle for 2 places at the 2023 World Cup in Cape Town, South Africa. We already told you that by virtue of their ranking, Jamaica are already through to the netball proper, and 2 teams from the qualifiers will join them in Cape Town. Now, the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Netball Association, it has named its 12-member squad. Team captain Ruth-Ann Williams and head coach Godfrey Harry join us today. Welcome. Good afternoon. Ruth-Ann, are you there?
Good afternoon.
All right, can you hear me? Fuzzy, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Good afternoon. All right. Ruth-Ann, tell me about just the girls by themselves. I mean, forget what the coaches would have said to you. I know you would have been speaking to the ladies in preparation for this big assignment. What's the mood like coming to Jamaica?
Well, it's a very good mood. The ladies, we have been training very, very, very hard. You know, the ladies are confident, and I believe in the team. I believe in our coaching staff. We have put in the work, so we just have to go out there and execute.
Yeah, you're coming against 2 teams, especially Trinidad and Tobago and Barbados, who are, many people are expecting them to punch their ticket through to the World Cup, as if the other teams can't lay a glove on them, especially because they're coming from the Commonwealth Games where they were exposed to high-level competition. St. Vincent and the Grenadines did not get the benefit of playing against the caliber opponents that TNT and Barbados did in Birmingham at those Commonwealth Games. So I say that to ask about the quality of the preparation, and in the quality of the preparation that you've managed, how do you then gauge the level that the team is at for this very important assignment?
Okay, well, you're definitely correct that we haven't been exposed to the top level of teams. However, we have been training. We had a practice series against Barbados, so we have an idea of how the team operates, how they play. So that was very timely in our preparation for the qualifiers. We have been training as hard as any other team. So all the teams have a fair chance. It's not about those at the lower level. We all have a fair chance. So I think that once we go out there and execute, and each member of the team, although we are playing collectively, we play at our best individually, we have a very fair chance of qualifying. And I'm confident that we can qualify.
Ruth, and you know that physical fitness in elite sport is vitally important, and netball is no different. And one of the things that we've seen is that in contests between teams, often one team falls away, not necessarily because they are not as skilled as their opponents, but they just don't have the physical capacity to maintain their own intensity or the intensity that the game requires. You say that you have been training hard, but physically, do you feel as if you are part of a unit that is physically fit to give up your best from match 1 in Jamaica?
Yes, I am confident, because from that, coming out of that series with Barbados, that was one of our challenge, but we have been working towards it extremely, extremely hard. And I'm confident that my team is at the level that is required for this tournament, the fitness level that is.
All right, Coach Harry, quickly to you, talk to us about the time you have spent with this team, because I think you recently took over as the head coach of this team. Not that you haven't been involved with St. Vincent and Grenadines netball now for a very, very long time, so you know the ins and outs. How satisfied are you in your current role and the work you would have been able to do with them since you started?
Well, Lance, to be fair, as Ruth-Ann stated, the series against Barbados was a good eye-opener for us in terms of evaluating where the team was at the present and where we need to take them. And I think from that time to now, from June 4th, when that series was played, up to this present time, there have been leaps and bounds with the team. They have grown in terms of the status, in terms of fitness, in terms of the execution of skill, and they have bonded well as a unit. I can say that for sure. I've just started something new with the association in the past, where you just had one coach making preparation of a national team. We have now moved to an entire coaching staff, where we had 2 coaches assigned to each segment of the team, plus the trainer and a physio. And we're trying something new, and we're hoping that it will pay off for us in the end. So, as Ruth-Ann clearly stated, there's no lower end and top end, although we may say that, yes, Barbados and Trinidad, Jamaica will be playing at the Commonwealth Games at a different level. But on the day of netball, that's what counts most.
Yeah, you were the top team in the OECS tournament in Dominica back in February, and you mentioned the 3-match series that you would have had against the Barbadians earlier on in the summer. You weren't the head coach for either of those assignments, were you?
No, I was not the head coach for the Dominica team, but I was recently on the tour to Barbados appointed as head coach, but I was unable to travel based on family death.
Yes.
So I didn't travel with the team.
Okay.
But I watched the games, and I know where they were, and we walked from there up to this present time with them.
Yeah, well, sorry to hear about the death in your family, Coach Harry, but given what you saw in the OECS tournament in Dominica, where you were the best team outside of the guest team Barbados, and what you saw in the Barbados series more recently, can you conclusively say that SVG is a better team now for October than they were in February and in the summer?
To be honest, yes.
That straight. In what ways? In what ways?
Okay, one, I think the unit is bonded a little, much better. The gelling is better. The physical fitness of the team is better, and the all-round structure in terms of the players available for this tour is different. Because when we look at there's some significant changes for the team that played in Dominica and the team that is going to be playing in Jamaica.
Significant changes?
Yes.
Can you briefly talk about them?
Hello?
Can you briefly talk about the significant changes?
Well, for example, we have coming into the team, we have Deloney Sam, who is returning to the team, right? We have a debutant, Naya Miller, who was one of the under-23 players at the tournament. Shanice Daniel, who is also a former under-23 player, sorry. And with these players joining, with those players who are there, and the work that was done physically and in terms of the skill level, strength level, I can conclude that we have a better team.
Okay, and quickly, Captain Ruth-Ann, Marianne Frederick, who is another experienced player in the setup with yourself, is your vice captain. Mentally, how on point is your squad heading to these World Qualifiers in just a couple of weeks from now?
Yes, well, we always speak of mental strength because above all, when things get really, really tight in the game, it is important that this squad stay mentally strong. So I think, as Mr. Harry said, the team has gelled together better. So I think in terms of mental fitness, we are ready to go. We just try to encourage each other when things are not going too well and to keep the momentum going. So we are ready.
Well, Ruth-Ann, we want to see you at your very best in Jamaica in a couple of weeks' time. But I wish you all the best, and we hope that you get in some more good preparation ahead of this very important assignment. All the best to you. Coach Fuzzy, all the best to you as well, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Good. Back with more of the SportsMax Zone after these.